As someone who is very minimal when it comes to accessories, let's talk summertime accessory trends. I am not a huge accessory person. I would like to be, but I simply love clothes way too much and spend my entire budget on clothes and have nothing left over for accessories. But frankly, I do need to change that. But as someone who loves a more effortless look, I feel like sometimes the wrong accessories can take away from that. But I love keeping an eye out for trends. And if there is a certain piece that I think will complete the vibe of the look I'm going for, then I will pick it up. So let's talk the top accessory trends of the summer. We're definitely seeing the accessory trends following the clothing trends. We're seeing minimalism kind of backing into its little corner and maximalism taking the front seat. And we're seeing like chunkier items. We're seeing bolder colors, more colors. We're seeing like more primary colors, like a lot of red, yellows, and blues. Even like zebra print we're seeing. We're also seeing kind of like a mix and match overall. And some common themes in both clothing and accessories are like a beach goddess kind of vibe and this hiker backpacker vibe. So let's start talking about some of these trends. First trend we should talk about are oversized sunglasses, and these are everywhere. I'm talking like these big either like bug-eyed or shield sunglasses. 90s minimalism is nowhere to be found here. And when I'm talking like big sunglasses, I'm talking like these big bug-eyed ones like the Alaya ones, there's these Kate ones, there's these Saint Laurent ones. Tom Ford has them, Celine has them. There's also these like shield kind, either the bug-eyed or the shield kind of like wrap around your face, like they're kind of curved, not kind of like we've seen in the past with like aviators, for example, or the smaller frame or smaller, I guess, sunglasses we've seen in the past that are more like flat to your face. These ones like wrap around the side of your head, kind of gives like a curvature, like the bug eye or like a shield, like literally like that's what you think they kind of wrap around. Examples of the shield ones include like these Saint Laurent ones, there's Miu Miu ones, Bottega has them. Sunglasses are tough though, because I feel like they're definitely subject to your own personal face shape. Like not all shapes of sunglasses look good on everyone. For me personally, I do like the bigger frames because I feel like I do have a bigger face overall, like I have a bigger head. Me versus my husband, I wear size like medium large hats where he wears a size small medium, so overall like, my head is bigger, my face is gonna be bigger. I also have a massive forehead, so I need sunglasses to match that, the proportions of my face. Those small micro sunglasses that were trending a couple seasons ago were not for me. They did not look good in any form, so I definitely am leaning into this trend. I love the oversized sunglasses. I have actually these Loewe like Visa Scuba ones I got a few years ago actually, and I feel like they do play into this trend. They're definitely not like a wraparound style by any means, but they are oversized, kind of not like the shield ones. Like the thing with the shield sunglasses is they kind of like meet in the middle, like the lenses actually kind of meet in the middle for them, I'd say. And again, like kind of wrap around, kind of more like a futuristic vibe. But also I just feel like functionally bigger sunglasses make sense because they cover more of your face. Sunglasses are supposed to protect you from the sun and like block out the sun from your eyes so you can see when you're outside or in bright lit areas. In terms of fitting into the aesthetics of the season, I do feel like these shield sunglasses fit into that like hiker or backpacker vibe. I feel like that is something that hikers or backpackers wear, are like these shield kind of like sporty sunglasses. My scuba ones that I have from Loewe, I feel like are kind of, I mean, they're scuba, like the name of them is like scuba, so I want to believe that they fit into the beach goddess, seashell goddess aesthetic, so that's what I'll be wearing this season. The next summer accessory trend I want to talk about are scarves. And scarves have been around for a few seasons now. People are wearing them around their heads, or tied around their necks, around their waist like a belt, or tied on their handles on their bags. Again, this is kind of fitting into the hiker or backpacker vibe. I feel like a lot of hikers or backpackers have them like around their head, around their necks. They have them tied onto something for like a kind of like a sweat towel or like hand towel or rag or whatever. I don't really know. I'm not a hiker or backpacker clearly, but I feel like that is their vibe and that might be where it's borrowed from, but maybe not so like hiker or backpacker. I feel like the scarves that are trending right now are silk scarves or these like fringe kind of scarves or even like crochet kind of scarves that people are wearing like on their head. More so like a crochet kind of cap people are wearing, but some sort of like texture either by way of like, yeah, silk or fringe or crochet. But I do believe in this trend. I do want to invest in a scarf. I just haven't found one that really fits my vibe yet. But I do believe in like the longevity of this trend. Scarves are just always in. You can always wear them or incorporate them into your outfits in some way, shape, or form. And especially like a silk scarf. I feel like brands are always selling silk scarves because again, like they can always be incorporated some way, like tying them onto bags or I mean, some people, like, their signature look is wearing a scarf around their neck, like a little neck scarf. Even if you're not wearing them around your head, you can wear them tied around like your ponytail or a bun or something. I feel like they're a really cool way to incorporate, I should stop saying that word, but really cool way to show off your personality by having this scarf that really has some kind of signature part of you or your personality in it. I mean, that's what accessories are kind of for, but I do think that scarves are a good way of doing that and being able to wear it for seasons to come. Maybe I should check some thrift stores, because I feel like whenever people have really cool scarves that I see, they always say that they found it at a thrift store. I should just look there, because some places scarves are like insanely expensive. So I mean, again, it's like an investment piece. Cost per wear, we love that word here, so it could be a really good investment, but it's still pricey. And I always spend all of my budget on clothes, like I said, so it's tough. So we were talking about tying scarves to our bags, which segues me into my next trend, which is bags. The raffia and woven bags and beaded bags are so big every summer, but especially this summer. I feel like every brand has their own version of woven or raffia or beaded bags. Saint Laurent has them, Miu Miu obviously has them, Loewe, Bottega. Obviously the Row has like woven and raffia bags going viral, as they do like every bag they come out with. This Zimmerman one is so cool. I love all the texture, and obviously like the fringe is super on trend right now too. There's this new brand I saw at Net-a-Porter, or new to me, Lo Florando, I think that's how you pronounce it, but it's like this green and yellow bag, so cute. And then how cute is this Burberry one? This Totem one is #1 on my list. And the thing with woven bags and like raffia bags lately is that they're not just for the beach anymore, they're not just for the summer. Like, I feel like you can wear them in the spring, you can wear them into fall, you can wear them day to day, you can wear them still to the beach but also out for dinner. Like, there's so many different variations and interpretations of them, and they're getting chicer, they're getting different colors, they're getting different shapes. This JWPEI one I actually wore to a wedding the other week, and it totally brought the look together, because it was described to me as semi-formal, but my husband, like all the groomsmen, my husband was the best man, they were all wearing tuxedos, and I like didn't want to, like, I knew I'd be taking pictures with the groomsmen, like my husband, the best man, and also like other members of like the bridal party, so I didn't want to be so semi-formal and like look too casual next to them, but I didn't want to be too formal either, where I was trying to be part of the bridal party. So I wore like this red maxi dress, this Helsa dress, but I feel like it could have been taken formal in a way, because it was like this big voluminous, can't say that word. I was gonna say voluptuous, but that was not the word. This big voluminous dress, maxi dress, but I feel like the raffia of the bag kind of brought it together and kind of brought it down to be, again, more of like this whole summer look. Really brought it together and made it the vibe that I wanted it to be. But also beaded bags this year are so popular too. I love all of them. I think that a beaded bag will be like the next bag I purchase. Again, I feel like they kind of have more boho roots, but are kind of coming more like beach seashell goddess vibes this year. When it comes to brands, like Cult Gaia obviously does beaded bags so well. Veronica Beard has some really cool ones. This Saint Laurent one is to die for. I am obsessed with this bag, and also this one from Miu Miu. Like, Miu Miu can do no wrong in my books, and I will buy every bag that they ever put out. So, and beaded bags are probably my favorite summer accessory of this year, because as someone who, like I said, I'm very like minimal when it comes to accessories, and I kind of like more of that effortless look. I feel like having a beaded bag is kind of like the all-encompassing accessory. Like, it's kind of like jewelry and a bag all in one. So I feel like you can make a big statement with just one piece, and I love that so much, because I am kind of like a minimalist maximalist, I'll say, but I'm kind of more simple at this point when it comes to my looks, but I am kind of stepping into that more maximalism area. I'm not so minimal and quiet luxury anymore. I do want those kind of more statement pieces, and I feel like a beaded bag can really offer that to an outfit. But truly, I would say like beaded everything is in the summer. Again, going back to that whole beach seashell goddess vibe, I feel like we're seeing beads in everything, including belts. Belts have been coming back in since a couple of seasons ago, and we have seen, now that it's summertime, like beaded belts, like I said, scarf belts, and also more like thicker like statement belts. And gone are the days of the simple skinny belts. St. Agni is doing this a lot, especially with like a low-rise skirt or low-rise pants. I love that look of like the thick belts with a low-rise bottom, or even just a more like drapey dress and having a thicker belt, or even like a beaded belt, or like a scarf belt for the summertime is really coming out. And I feel like, again, this is a trend that is standing the test of time. I feel like this is going to be more of a longer standing trend, especially the thicker belts. We will be seeing these in the fall for sure. We've been seeing them on the Ralph Lauren runways, like other runways we saw for the upcoming fall winter season. Thicker belts are here to stay. So definitely, if you're thinking of investing in one, I know I did already. I just haven't received it yet, but they will be something you will be wearing for the next few seasons for sure. This next trend I want to call She Sells Seashells, and as you can probably imagine, this is all about like seashells and beads and pearls. We're seeing all of these in jewelry this year. We're not just seeing the beads in the belts or the bags, they are in necklaces, they're in earrings. Speaking of earrings, I really love these earrings from Tohum. I think that's how you say it, Tohum. I found these on Net-a-Porter and they're so cool. We're also seeing a lot of like pendant necklaces. Obviously those have been trending for a few seasons now too, but like the big like seashell or some sort of like bead or pendant necklace on some sort of suede necklace. I love anything from LIU. I really should know how to pronounce that, but this brand, like all the jewelry on their website and their dresses, but all of their jewelry is really cool too, like really statement pieces. The other brand I'm loving right now is Vermeer Studio. They have some bold pieces too, but also a lot of like delicate beading that can be worn every day. So I think that's also really beautiful too. Leah Alexander Jewelry also has some really great pieces, a lot of bangles too, and I wish that I could be a bangles girl. People like Say Cloud on Instagram does this so well. I know that if I were to wear bangles for more than 5 minutes, I'm like way too fussy for that, and I feel like I would just go insane. So unfortunately, I don't feel like I can realistically pull them off, but I love the girls that do it. I love to see it. Another beaded accessory I'm seeing from Leah Alexander Jewelry, but also just like other brands in general, are phone wristlets. And I love these. The ones, especially at Leah Alexander Jewelry, there's like 2 or 3 that I'm loving, but they have so many different options. The one I really love is like this blue and brown one, or there's also the first one they came out with. I forget what it's called, but I'll post a picture here. But it is like they're just so cool. They're also one of those kind of like beaded bags, how they're just like 2 or more accessories in one. Like it's a bracelet, it's also like a phone wristlet, it's also functionally it makes sense. And also for these, like especially like Leah Alexander Jewelry actually came out with this necklace extension, so you can take it off your phone and then put this like little extension at the back of it and then wear it as a necklace too, which I think is so genius. The only reason I haven't invested in a phone wristlet is because I am one of the few people who have an Android phone, and I know I don't have an iPhone, but I love my Android, my Samsung. I will not give it up for an iPhone ever. I do feel like the pictures are better on my Android versus my husband's iPhone, but he also has like an iPhone 13 or something, so he does need to upgrade. But anyways, I haven't seen a case where I can like attach a phone wristlet to, like, because the phone wristlets have like those little clasps and I can't clasp it anywhere, and I haven't seen one available, like a phone case where I can do that, and or any attachments that I can like put on this to have it attached to this. Anyway, so I would definitely, like, I want a phone wristlet, but I can't put it anywhere. So that is, until someone makes one, I unfortunately will not be getting a phone wristlet. But yeah, I love the beaded accessories. Like I said, like the pendants. I really like the long pendants. They can make like such a big statement to an otherwise like very minimal outfit, and I do really appreciate that. The next trend I want to talk about, I'm calling jellyfish, which is again another nod to like the mermaid, seashell, beach goddess vibe. And we're seeing like jelly shoes, we're seeing like jelly flip-flops, and like jelly bags, which I guess I would just say like PVC bags. But Alaya came out with these two different prints of this like PVC bag, and I love it. It's their super popular Le Teckle bag, but it's in like this PVC with this like floral, there's 2 different floral colorway like inserts that you can put in them, but also this print is like kind of their spring summer print for this season. But I love it in this bag. I think they're again something that can be carried into like future seasons, and also when you go to sporting events you need like a see-through bag, and I think that these are like a very chic way of doing that. But more so than bags, we're seeing a lot of jelly or like PVC flip-flops. Like Christopher Esber has so many variations of them, and I think they're so cute. Alaya again has these naked minimal flip-flops, and they're kind of like more of a modern version of the Christopher Esper flip-flops. These are naked string flip-flops that are also super chic. And obviously Chloe's jelly heels went viral after they were spotted on the runway. They are super girly for the summer for sure. But jelly flats I really do love. I think they are so chic. I love seeing them. I would buy them if I didn't already have like my Elia fishnet flats from a couple years ago, but I think they are so chic and they really go with like every outfit. Despite their unfortunate like cheap plastic shoe history in the 90s, I think that they are really cool this year. And last but not least, I want to talk about thong flats, heels, and wedges. Adding on to the whole like jelly flip-flop thing, but dialing back on the jelly part and just talking about the flip-flop slash like thong version, we are seeing more of these like thong heels and wedges, and then obviously like the super basic like Havaiana type version of thong flip-flops. And you guys, I bought basic Havaianas last year from Amazon and they are doing the most this year. They are the most affordable shoe in my closet, but they are doing the most. Like I wear them with every outfit. I can wear them with every outfit this season. They are getting their like cost per wear down to like 2 cents per wear, I swear. But truly like any flip-flops this year you can wear. They don't have to be like black Havaianas. There are so many color variations. There is so many different brands. It is actually very inspiring and very refreshing to have such an affordable shoe be so popular this year. But also like heels, and I am not a huge heel person at all. Like I don't live a life where I need to be wearing heels a lot, and nor do I find them comfortable often. Like there's only a few pairs of heels that I found that are actually truly comfortable, and I just like don't really need to wear them in my everyday life. I'm quite a casual person, but there are events that I do go to where I should be wearing heels, like this wedding for example. I've had 2 weddings this summer, and yes, I should be wearing heels. So I didn't even wear heels to my own wedding last year, although we did like elope in our backyard, so I didn't really have to wear heels, and so I did not. But this wedding for example, like I knew I had to wear some sort of heel, so I did invest in these Reformation wedge heels, and I love them. Like I again like don't find a lot of heels comfortable, but these ones were really good. I do kind of wish that I got a more chunkier wedge, just because I feel like that is more my style without being too 90s. Like these Elia ones I think are a really cool like modern chunky wedge thong heel, but I love these Reformation ones. I love the two-tone, like the white I think is really fresh with like the wood wedge. They really like dress up an outfit without making it look too dressed up, you know what I mean, which is kind of like my whole vibe for the summer. I want to look kind of like put together but not like overdone, but also like there's no shame in being like overdressed because life is short, so wear whatever you want. But that's it. Those are my summertime accessory trends of this year. Trends coming from someone who is more of like an effortless vibe and like a minimal accessory person. So let me know if there are any that I missed or some that you think deserve a mention, things that you are looking forward to wearing this summer. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye.